everyone. Friday morning here, and it is about 6 o'clock, 5:57. We're looking over Grand Marais. So when I did that video on Friday, I was actually right there. That's where I was filming it, right at that point right there. And I am just ready to kick off here. Just got done doing my morning routine. Only thing I have to do is just eat breakfast, which I'll do on the go. But we are all set. I'm gonna weigh my pack here and get everything on and get going. So let's do this. All right, well, about 2.5 miles in, and I am getting eaten alive. So just to give you an idea of what the mosquitoes are like here in Minnesota, I got this stuff on. I got the mosquito patches on, and I have the permethrin all over my clothes, everything, and I'm still getting eaten alive. It's what it's like sometimes up here. The conditions are perfect for them. It's nice and damp. Out here, my lower body is soaked, but they are just killing me right now. So I'm probably going to have to resort into putting on my windbreaker. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, seriously, I cannot keep them off. It doesn't matter how much spray I put on, nothing. They just basically give me the finger. So it will be fun when we get into July. I hope it's a little more dry. Well, we're 6.5 miles in on the day so far, just past the 2-hour mark. So things are going really well. The best part of the day is the trail, or the track as Kiwi and ER would call it. You remember, if you watched my pre-hike videos of the northern section, the upper 53 miles from Canada to Grand Marais, really muddy. The trail was it was maintained, but you definitely could tell it was the northern section that doesn't get as much traffic, whereas this is a little different over here. Now, there was a couple sections I walked through today that you kind of go through some thicker marsh, swampy terrain, and that's where the mosquitoes just killed me. Now they're getting much better. I had to stop and do my morning business, and when I got back on the trail and I was trying to get my pack back on, I bet you there was 70 to 100 mosquitoes flying around me. And remind you that I had permethrin on, I had those patches, and I had the cardigan on. So cardigan, however you pronounce it. So it was yeah, it was intense. But I'm feeling pretty great. You know, this right now we're really kind of walking on a ridge line, if you would call it that. In Minnesota, we don't have mountains, but somewhere up the trail here will be Lutsen, which is a ski hill that is pretty popular. And I don't remember how long we're up here for, but once you pass the Gunflint Trail, which is the road that you take to get up to Pincushion, you ascend about 500-600 feet, which is probably the biggest ascent that I've seen on the trail so far. And then it's just flat. I mean, it's just amazing how flat this trail is compared to the Appalachian Trail. I'm sure you probably could say that when you compare the AT to many trails, but especially this one. So, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see the sky there. I mean, there is not a cloud in the sky. And last night, so I forgot to mention this, last night when I got done making my video, I was walking back to the parking lot in the harbor there. I passed an older couple, not older, but I would say later middle age, just retired, and politely passed them, and we got to talking, and I mentioned that I was a hiker and come up here to do a big section hike this weekend and trying to attempt the unsupported record. And come to find out, they actually knew who I was when I mentioned my name was Bigfoot. I guess the word up here is spreading around about my attempt to break the unsupported record. So kind of cool. Their names were Randall and Mary. Very nice folks. And yeah, we probably talked for about a half an hour. So if you're watching, Randall and Mary, I really appreciate the conversation, and also appreciate your willingness to help me if I ever need anything. I really, really appreciate that. All right, well, I'll put this away and keep on trucking. This is pretty. It's about time to do my first water break, so I am doing something different that I did on the AT, and I'm going to be chemically treating my water instead of filtering it, just because it's going to save me a lot of time. So I got Aquamira with me, and my plan is to fill everything up with in my liter water bottle, and I'll put the Aquamira in there, and then I'll transfer it just like I did on the AT to my drinking water bottle. So that liter water bottle will always be clean water, and then my other water bottle will be where I drink from and where I mix everything from. So worked well for me in the AT, and I'm not going to change it. All right, so sorry, I mean a piece of beef jerky. So there's a split in the road here, and it's because the Trout Creek Bridge is out 2.5 miles, 2.6 miles ahead. So you're supposed to take this way and go up, but I'm not. I'm going to see if I can cross this thing, and if I can't, then I guess I'll have to go back. But now's the time for me to take the risks. This is the river I would assume that I have to cross. So the whole purpose of me coming out here is to get ready for this thing, and part of getting ready for this is scouting. So I know that there's a few places that they say that that there's some bridges out, and one of my patrons actually lives up here and has been doing sections and been actually giving me intel. And so far, all the spots that you're supposed to go around are crossable, are fordable. So we will see if this is the same. So I don't know. I'll be back. If it's anything like that, definitely not happening. This is the bridge that's out here that we have to ford the river. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're on top of Lookout Mountain here. 18 miles in the day. So almost halfway to the goal. Have a good day, guys. So.
Take a look down there.
Oh yeah?
That's the view, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I will have to do that.
Let's go. All right, you all got to take down. Do you want to rest a little bit more?
I'm gonna throw my trekking poles down here. All right, so let's go check out this view. Oh yeah. Yep. Wow. Look at that. Muffin top. Beautiful. We're at Lookout Mountain here, and there's actually a lean-to. Look at that. First one that I've seen so far, and a bear locker. Right on. Yeah, that view was totally worth it. Oh, almost halfway. I am averaging just over 3 miles an hour, so probably about 2 miles above that 2.7 mile average pace that I was talking about earlier. So in a good spot. We're on Hunter's Rock here, overlooking Lake Agnes or something like that. So there's 2 campsites on this lake. I just passed one and there was a few people at it, so I'm gonna go to the next one and I'm gonna take a break whether there's people there or not. But I actually kind of misjudged my water and had to manage my water here till I got to this lake. So since I'm chemically treating it, I've got to wait 15 minutes before it's ready. That was about 3 minutes ago. So it didn't make much sense for me to stop at the last campsite when I'd have to sit there for 15 minutes plus the 5 minutes for the aqua mirror to activate, 20 total minutes, where I couldn't drink but the 4 ounces of water I had left. So by the time I get to the next campsite, it should be pretty close to being done. So anyway, 27 miles in the day, and it's been 9 hours and 20 minutes. So let's see, I started at 6, so it's probably about 4:30 right now. But yeah, I'm starting to get tired, so I definitely need a break. I have not stopped except to just dip my water bottle in a creek, stream, whatever. But I haven't taken my pack off since I did my business at like mile marker 2 or something like that a long time ago. So yep, it'll be nice. Well, the other campsite wasn't on the water, so I just improvised and relaxing a little bit. I honestly can't remember a time during the day I actually took my socks off on the AT and did this, but 27.2 miles in. It's actually before 4 o'clock. I said it was 4:30. It was actually before 3:30. So I am just ahead of pace right now. Probably be right at pace once I get done with this break, but just getting ready then for the last 13 or so miles of the day. Not a bad spot. Hey, hey, hey! Look at that. Superior's over that way. Very cool. We are approaching a scenic overlook. I think it must be up here. So this is how I'm doing today. According to the map, I passed mile marker 39 from where I started. My watch said just over 38, so I don't really know which one to believe. I want to believe the higher of the two. Wow, I cannot tell that's even a lake right now. Well, I'm ready to wrap up the day. Definitely tired. See if I can show you the elevation. So this is what I've climbed today. 6,321 feet so far. It's been a decent day for ascending, which has made it a little more difficult. You know, to give a perspective, if I was on the AT and I did a 40-mile day, we'd probably be at 10,000 feet. So just kind of perspective between the AT and the SHT. Yeah, if tomorrow's terrain is going to be like today's, it might be tough doing another 40. I'm going to feel it tomorrow, I can tell. So yeah, glad that I still have 6 more weeks to prepare and plan and train for this thing. It's not going to be easy, but the campsite should be coming up here soon. And again, according to the map, I think it's right about at 40, mile marker 40, so I don't know. It doesn't feel right stopping until my watch says 40. It's like I want to believe my watch more. It's never let me down yet. So we'll see where we end up and how we do. So you won't believe I just did. See that loop right there? Yeah, I'm on it right now. I don't know what happened. I think I just was tired and took a wrong turn somewhere, so thank God this is not the FKT. Learned from that mistake, but it'll definitely put me over 40 miles, but beautiful views. So it's not like a loss, but man, bummer. I went that way because it said parking is this way, but there was no freaking blaze right over here until you get down here. I didn't look far enough. Oh, I can't believe it. Breaks my heart. But we are about to turn 40 miles, and I think we're going to hit it right on the button with 9 o'clock. Sorry, I keep on moving. Yeah, it's like 8:59. If you remember, I said my goal was to hike from 6 to 9, get 40 miles in at that time, and by gosh, I'm going to do it. There it is, 40 miles, and it is just seconds before 9 o'clock. Wow. Yeah.